Mario Strikers Battle League is not a good game. No, but seriously, I had to talk about this game because it has just been bugging me lately, and of course, this is one of the biggest summer releases we have this year, and everybody was excited for Mario Strikers' big return all the way since Mario Strikers Charged on the Wii. So this was a pretty big deal. Now, I normally don't make these type of videos unless something's just really bothering me and the game's just that bad. But man, the Mario sports games on the Switch just has not been cutting it for me. I don't know, they just seem very dumbed down versions of what their past predecessors used to be, and I don't know, something about it is just not sinking in right with me. I kind of want to categorize what's wrong with this game, not any particular order, but just going through and just saying like what the problems are, because there's just so many to count. Now I do have to stress this because people will say things. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. If you love this game, if this is one of your favorite games on the Switch, more power to you. That's great. I hope you have fun. This is my opinion. I think a lot of people will have the same opinion from what I've seen online, and lots of this is validated for good reason too. So once again, this is my opinion. These are just my thoughts on the game. I don't know, I feel like the rendering and everything with even the cutscenes to open the game just look very cheaply made for one. I mean, look at the way Bowser comes in. It's literally like they took a PNG of Bowser and just made it bigger. When you watch it at a slower speed, it's even worse. This is just bad. Okay, enough about the intro. Let's get into the actual game here. So, straight up, you get into the menus, and I can tell you that the menuing is not fun to traverse. It's kind of difficult to understand how you're supposed to join up with friends. There's one way to join up with friends with other people online. There's one way to just battle your friend 1v1 with your own party, and it kind of gets confusing. Now, it does tell you underneath what each one does, thankfully, because I was getting lost multiple times with my friends. Unlike Smash, where you can just create an arena, jump in, and you're good to go, this one was just a little messy to me. This menuing leads me to the very next thing I have to talk about, which is Strikers Club. So this allows you to play with up to 4 people in total in your own team against 4 other players, and that's amazing. That's the whole point of the game. It's called Mario Strikers Battle League. Well, when you get this game day 1 or really week 1 and open the case and plug the game in, you can't do this. Yeah, you can't play with your 4 friends yet because you have to wait for the season to begin, which currently is in 4 days, but it was a week from the launch of this game. Now, all 4 of you can play with each other like 2v2 or 4 people on a team against computers, which I don't know why anyone would want to do, but you can't play 4 other people on their teams yet until I guess the season officially begins. So I can't even try out the main purpose of this game, like the main reason this game is called what it's called. You can't do that. Right now, it's not Mario Strikers Battle League, it's Mario Strikers Quick Play. Now, when you first start the game, you'll probably go into training, just like everybody else, and learn these mechanics because there are lots of new mechanics, and some of them are actually kind of cool to learn. But for one, the training system is so weird. So it's different groups based on different things like shooting or passing or, defense, offensive maneuvers. But once you do a certain set, like you do the challenges, you're good. They say, okay, you learned 5 different things in today's lesson. That's great. Now, do all 5 of these things 3 times each right now in 3 minutes. You don't have to do this. You can just leave, but you do get a check mark under this type of training. And if you want all the check marks and all the coins, you kind of got to complete them all. So you don't even really practice getting better at this game. Instead, you're just mashing everything that you can in order to get these done. Oh, you have to hold A down in order to take a shot. You're just going to take random shots just to get this challenge done. You're not even really learning much. Not to mention, even when you're really trying to get the mechanics down, these Yoshis are set to destroy you for some reason in training. Like, I'm literally just trying to practice some of the most basic moves in the game, and these Yoshis are taking me downfield. But going through the training made me realize just how technical this game is, and that's kind of a bad thing if you look at it in a Mario Sports context. Mario Sports should be fun and easy to pick up for anybody. I'm telling you right now, if anybody wants to come over and pick this up and give it a try at my house, I'm completely destroying them and they don't have a chance. They're getting 10-0'd. In Mario Strikers Charged on the Wii, all you had to do was just keep passing the ball back and forth in order to charge it up, and then you would take a shot. It was that simple. It was nothing crazy, nothing too complex, but that alone could end up being complex depending on how you pass the ball, making sure your passes are good passes into the right player. You were good to go. But in this game, it's a little bit different, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. So when you pass the ball, you have to hold another pass or shot charge before the ball gets to the next player, which is very difficult to do when players are right beside each other. Lots of the time on this small field with 4 players all hurdled up, it's hard to get them to space out in order to hold a charge for a charged pass. And lots of the game's mechanics are kind of like this, just holding buttons in preparation for the ball to get to you. If you hold L, you can even control what angle you kick the ball in, which is very complex because you have to hold L, make sure your angle is right to the player that you want to pass it to, make sure you hold the next pass or the shot button down in order to follow up with a charged shot or pass, and then finally let go at the perfect time in order to get that ball to actually be charged up. It's a lot, trust me. Which reminds me, Critter to Boom Boom might be the biggest downgrade of all time for Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, Boom Boom actually makes a lot of sense. He's got big hands, big arms. I mean, yeah, he should be the goalie. But goodness, he sucks! If you're anywhere near your opponent's side of the field and you just charge up a regular shot, it's probably going to go in if you add any curve at all. Now I get it if you can just knock him down with the ball and then follow up, that makes a lot of sense, or if you do a really good play by passing it around and kicking it to the side of him, that makes sense and that feels rewarding. But man, there are times where literally the players will run down the dead center of the field, shoot, and score. Here, just watch a highlight reel of Boom Boom being terrible. Look, I'm not saying that Boom Boom should block everything, but he should block something. I mean, seriously, anything. There's no reason for these games to go to like 10 to 9 points at the end of the game. It's ridiculous. For instance, me and my friend are in overtime, 5-5 with a minute left, and I scored like this. Go give him a follow, by the way, Art by Upshur. The link is in the description. But we covered the menuing, we covered the intro, we even covered a lot of the gameplay. But now it's time to go even deeper and just look at the game as a core. What is up with this game? So, for one, it is very, very lacking in content. And I even have a list right here of the content comparisons from the past games. So first, let's start off talking about the characters. The original Mario Strikers had 8 captains and 4 sidekicks, for a total of 12 characters. The second game, Strikers Charged, had 12 captains and 8 sidekicks for a whopping 20 total characters. This game, only 10 characters. Now surely the stadiums are different, right? Well, the first game had 7 stadiums and 4 of them were unlockable. The second game had 17 stadiums with unlocks, and these stadiums had unique looks and mechanics to them, such as giant mud pits, wind blowing the characters, and all types of things that distract the gameplay, which actually was kind of fun. It gave it that Mario twist. This game has 5 stadiums and they're all just grass fields with designs in the grass. They really went to focus on this weird mechanic of, I guess, bringing 2 worlds together to form a stadium, but the only thing that's really changing is the outside of the stadium, really the seats and everything. The actual stadium itself, nothing is being added. There's no like gimmicks or types of things that are going through the stage or anything. Like Luigi's Mansion Stadium doesn't have ghosts flying across or anything. I don't really get it. And the grass is all the same. It's just grass. And I know people are going to complain and say, well, there's going to be free updates. Of course there are. There's already planned updates. I heard Nintendo's already announced. And that's just not, enough to buy a $60 game and to have barely anything on release. I'm tired of these unfinished games coming out, and then we have to wait until a year or 2 for the full game to finally be revealed when people are just already tired of the game. I'm going to be tired of this game in like a month. There's no way I'm waiting for a year to see if this game's going to be fully fleshed out or not. I don't care, and we know they're just going to add people like Daisy and Shy Guy and Pauline, and we're probably going to have a New Donk City field or something, and I'm done being surprised by that. We know New Donk City is a thing. They're going to keep showing us. It's really just a given at this point. I was a little bit non-caring on gear in the beginning, and I'm still a little shaky on it because I'm still thinking there's ways to make, certain characters extremely OP. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't know. I kind of found it pretty fun to just kind of decorate the characters, and they just kind of look cooler. I don't really care too much about the attributes right now. If anything, I just want to make my fast characters the fastest and my shooting characters the best shooting, you know what I mean? And just have them play that specific role. But it's been a lot of fun to kind of decorate and kind of design the characters. But the thing is, they're pretty pricey to unlock every piece of gear. There's so much gear for each part of their body for every character, and they're all 100 coins a pop. And you don't really get coins that fast in this game. The only way to get max amount of coins really quick is to play cups. And let's talk about cups. Before I get to cups real quick, why is Rosalina so huge in this game? I mean, seriously, everybody's in the same middle of the platform. She's floating, yes, but I mean, she's literally physically bigger than like everybody. You compare her to Peach and her head is just bigger. Well, why? And finally, we have cups. I get it. It's a fun thing to do on your own when you don't have anybody to play with, and you could just play some computers in a cup, and there's different cups to unlock and stuff. That's pretty cool. But it's just like, how is this the main mode of the game? There's nothing else. There's no story mode. I get it. Strikers and Strikers Charged didn't have one, but every other sports game on the Switch has one. Even Mario Golf has a story mode. You definitely could have came up with one for Mario Strikers in some sort of way. You could even go around like this kind of hub world type of area in Mario Golf. you can't really do anything else but besides play the computer in this game alone. Not to mention, when you win it all, you get your trophy, but you only get 400 coins, which is not a lot, like at all. I mean, seriously, it's only 4 pieces of gear. There are 5 pieces of gear per 4 categories, so that's 20 pieces of gear for every single character. That's a lot of money. This is going to take forever to get all those gear unlocked. Now, I'm hoping that Battle League actually is a pretty big deal. Like, playing with my friends, we can get a lot of money for winning. That would be pretty cool. But right now, I do not want to grind against computers in cup format for like 45 minutes a cup just to get 400 coins. It's really not worth it. But yep, that's Mario Strikers Battle League for the Nintendo Switch. There's probably even more problems that I'm not even thinking about right now, some that I just completely forgot about. But yeah, this game is very They could have done so much better, and I would have loved to seen a bigger revival of this franchise. To me, it just feels like Nintendo is limiting what these companies can do because they're different companies. Camelot's having the same problem right now. You know, obviously, so is Next Level Games right now. Nintendo's just on this weird format. I can't explain it. It's just changed over the times, man. It just doesn't feel as grittier. It doesn't feel as unique. I don't know. That's just something for another time to talk about. But of course, we know that Next Level Games also made Luigi's Mansion 3, so they are capable of some incredible stuff, as that is one of my favorite games on the Switch. So hopefully they're now working on Luigi's Mansion 4, so we can get that next instead of Mario Strikers again. You guys wanted this game. I guess this is what we're getting. But hey, maybe you love this game and maybe you think this is actually one of the best ones. Let me know in the comments down below what you think and why you love this game if you do. But if you agree with me, tell me why. What else do you agree with, and what other things do you not like about Mario Strikers Battle League? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario and Nintendo in general. And I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.